What's goody to any and everybody who may be listening? Okay. Now, on today, this one is how can I describe this one? Because this one is like the key. Okay. This is one of the key soul fragments that have returned to Mama Papa. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into this motherfucking crystal meth. Methamphetamines. And the reason that I had to ingest the drug, methamphetamines, for the psychosis, okay, in order to pierce the veil. So let's go back to this lifetime, the prior lifetime, where I was still in a female body, but I had not been born down through a vagina at that point. Okay, because I was still giving birth to myself by doing something like pinching my skin off or doing something like that. I used to do that. But each time that I did that, I dropped a level and the world would drop. The world that I would find myself in dropped down a level, starting with the crown, and now we are all the way down in the root, and I'm in a boy body. And it's because I had to be. Okay? But anyway, this crystal meth, which I had to ingest about maybe 4 or 5 times in order for the pieces of the puzzle to come back home. This is where a lot of my core soul fragments had been caught up while I was after the rape occurred. Excuse that mouth pop. After the rape occurred, and I don't know if you hear this rain, but I got my umbrella, so. But after this rape occurred, and these orbs entered into my body and outside into my aura and energy field, after that I was kidnapped by some group. Well, it's the same group, the secret societies that has been operating from the beginning of this simulation when I was in my celestial body. And I definitely got to get on that real soon, because it's itching to come out. Okay? But, so, in that lifetime, not only was I put into sex trafficking, and locked in a cellar by the woman that in this lifetime, in this boy body, who I came out of her vagina. These were the same women, my ex-mother and my ex-sister, who locked me inside of that cellar and forced me into sex trafficking. While my counterpart, who was poisoned by that motherfucking potion or poison that witch made or orchestrated or whatever. Okay? He was like the overseer or something like that. Something like that. The pimp or something like that. But again, like I said, the only way for them to be able to get my vibration this low is to turn him against me, or have me think that he didn't love me, or have me think something like that about him, to hate him, which is what I'm also in the process of clearing now. So this crystal meth, not only was I locked in a cellar, starved as well, not to mention, locked in the cellar, starved, put into sex trafficking, and fed crystal meth while I was in this trade, this sex trafficking trade. Now, mind you, Earth, the vibration of Earth was still a little higher than it is now. It wasn't this hard and concrete, but first of all, the addiction to that drug, methamphetamines, and the continual going in and out of me by unhealed dicks and in this motherfucking sex trafficking trade is what caused it to drop down this low, and which enabled for the first time for me to be born down through a vagina into somebody's family. Okay, so in order to reverse this, that, and get these core soul fragments back, I had to ingest the drug in order to pierce the veil. Because had I not ingested that drug, I would not have pierced the veil. And I would not know any of the information that's streaming in. Okay? What else do I want to say? And there's also something coming up about the fountain of youth as it pertains to this lifetime the most. Like, these individuals were desperate for whatever this fountain of youth is. But this stems back to the days, to those Masonic days when I was tied to that table at the end of that lifetime and killed by my own counterpart. Oh, we are going to get into all of the, and I'm going to call it the correspondence. We're going to get into all of that coming up very soon. Okay? But, this fountain of youth is something that they were so desperate for. My ex-mother, my ex-sister, and even my ex-brother, who I can recall being in this home and being attacked and thrown to the floor. And some of these individuals actually hovered over me and sucking, like trying to suck something out of me, sucking it out of me. And I believe I was dying at that time, is what I'm seeing, as they were there trying to suck this fountain of youth out of me. Okay. And as I keep seeing the image of a grave, and I'm pretty sure it's my grave because I keep seeing it. This image of the graveyard in that, from that lifetime. Okay. I want to put this out there. This is going to be called the crystal method. Okay. This was a key component. Finding this was a key component. And I want to say thank you to Spirit. Okay? Woo! Bye-bye.